Convo, Convo, let's do it.
Good evening, people. You know what time it is. Spconvo, man. You know how we do. I want to express myself. Some talking points today. Definitely want to express myself. Modern females and a secret obsession to want to be in control. Break it down to you like this. You see, back in the days, men used to take care of their ladies. Men used to take care of their females. Men had a goal. Let me make something of myself so I could support myself and others. Then things changed. Men became more careless, less responsible, and left the burden on the female, which caused tension. But there's reasons why that man fell off. You're about to get into that. What makes a woman of today modern? The education, the information that's readily available for them or to them, or lack of. Meaning, you don't see too many grandmothers and great grandmothers passing that tradition down to the kids because the world has changed. But I say it's the government. It's the government that makes the modern woman the modern woman. As I said, back in the days, you had the older females. They knew their place. They knew what kind of man they had. They knew their role. Let's say, for example, I'm a man. Back in those days, I worked 2 or 3 jobs. My lady know I wouldn't be coming home for 3 days straight. It's a possibility I have another lady on the outside. It's a possibility of that. And she knew that. She still handled her business. Whatever errors I had made, she covered that up. It's for the family. Because she knew I was coming home. She knew I would be there. Now today's females, they ain't having that. They ain't going for that. They look at that as a sign of distrust, no value. So then resentment comes. That secret animosity for that man to have that freedom to do what he want and don't have no consequences. At least that's how females look at it. A man could do what he want and don't have no consequences coming his way. He didn't suffer. He didn't suffer for his due. So I look at the times we're in right now. You have women going to school. You have women that have good career jobs. You have women that have good paying jobs. You have women that's single moms taking care of their kids and working. They got cars. They take vacations. They travel to and from. They're career minded, as I said. They're artists, singers, entrepreneur, business owners. They got all that going for themselves. Long gone are the days of women just staying home, barefoot and pregnant, as they said. They got out to the world and doing their thing. So why they so mad? Why are the females mad? They got everything that their grandmother and moms didn't have. They achieved it. So why they mad? I tell you why they mad. Because they ain't want to work for it. They wanted that man to provide all that for them. They didn't want to work. And when I say they didn't want to work, they didn't want to work. They didn't want to put that, as my mom used to say, elbow grease into the relationship. They just wanted to be, you the man, take care of me, and what I do for you, it should be good enough. So nowadays, that woman got to work hard to achieve everything that she want. And she got everything that she want. The man is removed out of her circle, so she get to run the household on her own. She don't have to answer to no man. She got full control of the kids. Everything runs through her. Kids act up in class, school call her. She got to answer for it. The boss needs that project done by tonight. It's done. So why they get upset? Too much pressure. A woman's not designed for pressure. The only pressure they can handle is childbearing and taking care of the siblings, the little ones, the children. But when it comes to this corporate business, this corporate pressure, that man-made structure, filling the role of a man, they can't handle it. So where did it go? When it all falls down, they become alcoholics. They become verbal abusers. They become depressed, manic, thoughts all over the place. They lash out, hash out, rash out. Now for the men, most of the men today, they ain't doing much. You know, mediocre jobs. Most guys coming home from being incarcerated. Most guys still have this fantasy that the woman of their lives gonna be there for them when they come home. They gotta go back to home, to their mom's house, to where it all started from. Start all over, because the woman they started a family with don't want them. If a man's not doing that, a man is in some type of activities, long in distance, head in the cloud. If a man's not doing that, he laying up somewhere, lost and found, found and lost. Or you got some men that's laying up in homes with the same gender. But it's the modern times. This is where you see when the females of today bite off more than they could chew. And they ain't happy with it. They're not happy with it. I don't think females would never be happy with the fact that everything falls on them. They want it to fall on a man. As it should. If the females didn't somewhat mess it up for themselves. And when I say mess it up for themselves, I'm talking feminists. Feminist. Girls rock, men's flop. Push, push, push. burning neighbors' ears, pumping their right hand for strength, for unity, sisterhood. If they would have banned for something better, just maybe, situations wouldn't be where it is at now. But that secret animosity is embedded in them. And the only way you're going to know they feel that way is when pressure arrives. When pressure arrives, that's when you know. I had my fair share of relationships in life. I had my experiences with ladies. And for the most part, the relationships I've been in was cool, smooth, no hassle. Because I'm a laid-back brother. I'm a real laid-back brother. And it may appear to the females that I don't have much going on. But I always have something going on. I always got plans in motion. Money to be made. Money to be saved. Money to be spent. Decisions that had to be made. Choices. Put my things in categories. What I can't do today, I definitely make sure I get up and do it tomorrow. But I always have something for me to be in the lead. Different certifications. Information. See, a modern woman don't like a smart man. A modern woman don't like a man that know how to handle his own business. A modern woman don't like a man that could get around her. So you have to understand, men. Men come in different categories and different levels, just like females do. And the female, for the most part, know who she want and why she want that individual. When you no longer meet that woman's expectation in their head, that's when it's over. But they'll never tell you it's over. They wait for it to pile up, mound up, pound up, piled up, pile up, pile up, pile up, pile up. And what's that key word again? Pressure. And that's where it is. And that's where it stays. Sad but true. Sad but true. Let's say this little conversation. Bear with me. The modern woman. Let's see right here. Here we go.
60% of men from 18 to 29, it's not even like...
I can't have no music in the background, man. Come on, you're messing me up. Just straight up. Straight up clarity. Now let's see. Oh nah. Let's see if I can get in here with this one.
Women are scared.
Here we go.
Of
Listen to this. Listen to what I'm saying about the modern woman. Just listen to this real quick. Take a note of this.
happily single men. You want to know why? Let's get into it. Being happily single as a man makes you more appealing. Men that don't need to be in a relationship. Men that have high standards. Men that don't chase women. They chase in purpose. This makes women think, wonder if that man is actually interested in them, and will in turn, y'all listen to this, increase the value of that man and his expressed interest in their minds. Women.
You heard that? You heard that, right? Hopefully you seen it. Let me see. Hopefully it popped up. Yeah, I think it popped up. But if not, let me play it again. Play it one more time.
Are scared of happily single men. You want to know why? Let's get into it. Being happily single as a man makes you more appealing. Men that don't need to be in a relationship. Men that have high standards. Men that don't chase women. They chase in purpose. This makes women think, wonder if that man is actually interested in them, and will in turn, y'all listen to this, increase the value of that man and his expressed interest in their minds.
You understand? So that's the threat right there. The female want to be in charge. She said it best. She's a modern female. Hair did, makeup on, nails attached, bubbly in spirit, candidate in her communication. With all that, she's still afraid of that modern man because he's a threat. That intelligence, that know-how. You understand? That's what it's about. Females trying to take over that position that men always have put themselves in from the beginning. Open this up, man. Close this up. What I'm doing. I've been through a lot of changes. So when I'm with a lady, the first thing I want to know is, who is she? Not her character. I want to know, who is she? Not what gets her upset. Who is she? How much pressure she can handle? Is she a woman of expectation? Does she want to be with me for convenience, for expectation, or she want to be with me because it's true love and we could push forward and make something, starting with the love? Because I always worked. I had my own business at one time, and I learned a valuable lesson. If you don't teach nobody what you learn, you're going to struggle. If you don't show nobody what you have in a relationship, business sense, or friendship, when you're in need, nobody's going to be there to help you out because they don't know why you're in need. Because to them, you have everything figured out. You had everything figured out. You know, relationships teach you more about yourself than it does the other person. Just being honest. After a while, you get to know who you are. If you're a selfish person, it's going to show. If you're a careless person, it's going to show. If you're a person that plays around a lot, it's going to show. Just like on her end. But it mainly shows you who you are. Because that key word, pressure, it will changes the dynamics of the relationship. In the 1980s, something happened in America. A big economic boom occurred. That was the use of substances, illegal substances, that took over the United States of America. That changed the whole dynamic of the family structure, the community values, and the country as a whole. And I'm going to be honest and say probably the Western Hemisphere. Because back then, the men took care of their home, took care of their business. The 40s, they had their time. The 50s, the ladies were starting to, come out of that house mentality of leave it to beaver, making apple pie, put it in the window. Honey, I'm home. The 60s was some type of, push. Let's do what we have to do. Civil rights. 70s, you had the Frank Lucas starting to change that mindset of that civil rights, fight the power. Now it's we're gonna do this type of thing. In the Woodstock, free space, free living. Then the 80s came and bam, made the 70s, 60s, 50s, and 40s a thing of the past. The 80s, you had this era where people was getting sick at an alarming rate. At the same time, illegal substances. That's two different endemics in one. Then you had a crew of individuals that was making money off of that illegal substances. So anybody that was born in the 60s as a baby, their parents was pushing that civil rights, but they babies. 20 years later, in the 80s, those young babies with the 60s civil rights, now they're young 20s and their teens and their early 20s, they making money on the street. Big boom. 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old men, $10,000 in their pocket, $4,000 in their pocket a day, 10,000, 15, 20,000, 30, 40, 50,000 a week. Some people out there is making 100K a month, depending on where they was at. But the point I'm trying to make is that was the beginning of the modern times for men to be out there and open and make their own name and their own claim. And the females attach themselves to those guys. Because everybody wants money. Everybody want to live good. Everybody want to be in a good space. Everybody want that. So when you hear that men are no longer in the right spots, it's that 1980 chaos that set men back and it catapulted the females to where they're at now, because a lot of families got destroyed. A lot of men got discouraged. A lot of families got separated. The 90s was just the extra push to keep the family down. By the time the 2000s rolled in, females wanted no parts of trusting a man. A man word was no good. Can you believe that? A man word was no good. There were women that would say, I trusted this man, and all he did was left me with X amount of kids. and no cash. And you have females that said, man, I ain't trusting no man. I'm going to deal with the same gender. They start dealing with their own species. You have men saying, hey, there's a lot of women out here for me to mess with. Started having more than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids with multiple women. Because a man looking for love, a man gotta roam and do what he have to do. So everything got all messed up once the 80s phenomenon rolled through. Now we in the present, 2026. Females got all the jobs. Construction workers, female positions. Bus drivers, female positions. Not just in the corporate sector. Females is EMT technicians. All the blue collar jobs, females is there. Hey, my daughter's in the military. Females are there. There's a lot of disrespect that comes from these females of today. I get it. I get it. When you could do for yourself and you don't need no man, I understand. It's a no-brainer. I don't gotta worry about this man. I got mine. And if he touch me, because he feel like I'm disrespecting him, I got a phone. It becomes very antagonistic for a female to draw a man in just to say, I got the control. And also, when that pressure is too much for them, they got a release valve, that phone. Take the stress off of them. Because if they can't beat you physically, they got a phone. That's the most smallest but most powerful device. And that device been kicking a lot of men's butt. The phone. 3 numbers. Less than 5-10 minutes. That's it. Modern woman. Today's female. Fast-paced Franceses. Gotta watch out. You only live one life. You only live one life. And these women are out here. They're not playing no games. They want what they want, and they're going to take what they're going to take. And they don't care who get hurt in the process. Just like those young men of the 80s. They're out to get what they want. They take what they took, and they didn't care who got hurt in the process. But consequences came for them. Today's guys is such a disgrace in the mindset of the females. They feel these men of today deserve every situation that they're in. Every hole that they fell in, they deserve that. And they don't want nobody to save them. They want them out and about. That's the secret rage that the modern women have for the men. They want to be on total control. But that's not the role. And for any man that accepts that, man, go ahead, man. That's you. Because a real man going to stand up, do what he going to do. Don't care how it comes. He definitely ain't going to let no woman control him. He'd be a fool to let that happen. Now, you could play the game, make it appear like she's in power, but in the back of your mind, don't let it get too abundantly in her mind, or it could think that she got it, because you be messed up. Put your foot down, let it be known. Yeah, let her know you got the income, but without that institution, that school setting, would you have that? So just like that opportunity was there for you, it's still there for me. Now, I didn't choose to take it. Shame on me. But now that I want to go back and get it, don't try to stop me from getting it. Because it's mine. Have a good one.